All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the movie review segment of this week's three-parter podcast. If y'all aren't aware or didn't tune in last week, we're doing something a little different. We are splitting our podcast up into different episodes, just kind of, give you guys something to listen to throughout the week, and to also add on a little bit extra content in there because we're able to have a little bit more time to extend the segments to whatever length we want and not have to worry about, giving you guys a 3-hour movie review podcast. So this episode is the movie review, and the next episode will be our news segment, and the episode after that will be us just talking about whatever the hell we feel like. So if you guys like the sound of that, and you guys like the sound of us, make sure you stick it out for the whole ride. If you guys enjoy the way we're doing it for a while, we may make it a permanent change. So, without further ado, Noah,
take us away. With that being said, we do need your input because we don't know anything if y'all don't tell us. So reach out to us on Instagram or
literally wherever.
Just text us if you know us, which you probably do. So,
all right, let's go into it.
Find my number somewhere. Just Google it.
Just Google it. You're that famous, huh?
Yep. Yeah, we got a whole hotline.
All right,
Good.
All right, so this week we watched a new Netflix movie. Yes, a Netflix movie called Your Place or Mine, directed by Alain Brosh McKenna, starring Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher. So here's a little synopsis for you. And this is it came out on Valentine's Day, so yeah, that tells you. I think it did, or did it come out the Friday before? It don't matter. Debbie and Peter are best friends and total opposites. She craves routine with her son in LA, but he thrives on change in New York. When they swap houses and live for a week, they live for a week. They discover what they think they want might not be what they really need. That's a weird synopsis. I'm sorry, I got that from Google. But anyways, don't call it a rom-com. It's not. There's no jokes. It's just a romance.
I mean, it's got Ashton
There's
Kutcher.
no romance either.
And that's where we're going to get started. Spoiler free. What y'all think?
You hear Ashton Kutcher and Reese Witherspoon in rom-com, and you just think, damn, this came out in 2023. It's going to be ass. And it was.
That kind of stuff would come out in 2015 or something.
This movie lived up to every other Ashton Kutcher movie.
What do you mean by that?
I feel like most of his movies are exactly the same level. For the most part, the same type of movie, the rom-com genre, but I feel like he also does the same stuff. And this wasn't any better or any worse than the rest of his movies, in my opinion. I think it was right there.
Homie was at his best in That 70s Show.
Homie was at his best in 2.5 Men.
No, don't you ever say that.
But I'm just talking about his romance movies.
His romance in general?
Sorry.
Like no strings attached or what?
Yeah.
That was light years above this fucking movie. I wouldn't say it's on the same realm. I would say it's one of his worst movies ever.
There's not a lot of variety. I think it's the same level. Which isn't terrible, but it's just not great.
No, this was terrible.
I don't think it's terrible.
I think this was the most generic, basic romance movie I've ever watched.
This was the most boring movie I've ever watched.
I really felt like there was not much going on. That was very interesting. I also felt like they had no chemistry at all. The characters, not necessarily the actors, the characters.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what? I was just confused.
They didn't spend a lot of time in the movie together, which is
weird
to say.
That's not the point, though. But, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it could have been more of a point if they didn't last minute. Actually, it's kind of a spoiler. I'll save that. I'll just say it's generic. It's very generic, and Netflix keeps putting out stinkers, and it just shows me they really don't watch these or care. They just throw it out because they know they're going to get the streaming views.
This could have been cut down to 30 minutes, honestly.
30 minutes?
An hour and 20 minutes of this movie didn't need to happen.
I like the basic rom-coms. I don't know. It was generic, but most of them are, and I enjoy that. So
This was
movie that I like, so I enjoyed this movie.
But at least with the other ones, the romance doesn't feel forced.
Yeah.
I can say this movie, like, aside from the very beginning and the very end, like the first 20 minutes, the last like 10 minutes, everything in the middle felt like you're watching a vlogger that is the most boring human on the planet.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I could see how you say that, yeah.
I didn't really mind Ashton Kutcher's storyline. It was more like Reese Witherspoon.
Netflix needs to hire me to write some shit because they've been putting out literal shit. I'll take money. Hand it over to Netflix. I know you want to buy Abandoned from us, the IP.
I know you want to buy the Hooligan Hangout. Just send us the big money. We'll sell out.
Yeah.
We'll happily give you a short form TV series.
You're telling me you wouldn't sell
to buy our thing? I'm taking it.
You're saying you wouldn't accept someone buying the Hooligan Hangout property for $10 million?
No, I'm saying I am. I'm taking it. I'm taking the offer.
We'll just build a new one.
You give us
honestly
$1,000. I'm taking it.
What?
$1,000, bro?
Oh no! Nah, fuck.
We've definitely put more than $1,000 into this over the last 3 years.
Because I've got to divide it by 3. So what do I want?
What do I want? Oh, I want 65%.
Come at us with $15,000. Easy offer.
Yeah,
we're taking it.
Yeah,
you can find out. Anyways, back to the review. So, did y'all have any pros with this movie?
No.
I mean, I kind of already said my pros. It was enjoyable because of the type of movie it is. Yeah, it was generic, but it was, yeah.
All I have to say is, I thought the production quality was fine.
I mean, it's Netflix. You're gonna get decent production no matter what it is.
Yeah, so I mean, I thought I'd bring that up though. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think it's cool seeing Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher back, like in action. It's been a minute, but
and they played their roles good too.
They played it. The writing as best they could.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that. But
I don't
know. There was even some awkward moments though I can talk about later. But other than that, I don't know. I got nothing.
Man, I'm good.
Okay. Well,
I like the concept was at least.
Bro, you can't say the concept because the concept was the most generic concept on the planet.
The fact that they like switched, I mean, it was decent.
Dude, I can find you. I guarantee you, I do one Google search, there'll be like 30 other movies just like that, all the same quality, if not better.
Were they switching me back at the airport?
I didn't say it was unique. I said I liked it. I liked the concept.
Would you recommend?
Absolutely fucking not.
I mean, I would if you're a fan of rom-coms.
I can recommend you
it's not
80
a rom-com.
different rom-coms.
It's not a rom-com.
Okay. Well,
I can recommend
there was no comedy.
At least 10 different rom-coms that are better than this. But the last rom-com we watched on here, I would rather you watch that than this.
Not recommend. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
How come they're not called Romedies?
I don't know, Anthony. How come they're not called Romedies?
I'm laughing so hard. You could. Anyone could. Literally anyone could sit there and do what Netflix wants.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, we're going to the spoilers now. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, or if you're on a podcast platform or anywhere, look links in the description for all of our socials and our merch store. So head your mom for us. If you want to continue to watch, because it might not be worth your time, then you can check out the spoiler. Just see how it ends. Okay.
God, my favorite part was Ashton Kutcher pushing that bitch's kid into the road and getting hit by a school bus.
Holy shit.
Mean Girls moment.
Ashton Kutcher had a villain arc moment right there, dude. I just want to say how I already mentioned how forced it was, but that airport scene was so silly because like I thought it was funny how they're all screaming at each other and nobody's like in the background just paying attention. They just keep walking.
Well, everyone knows TSA would have gone up and broken that shit up, right?
I think it's so funny. It's also
everyone minds their business in an airport.
It was also awkward how they're just arguing and then he says like one thing and then he's like, and then they kiss and I'm like, what?
Your son's great.
and they're being all dramatic, and I'm just like, it just felt so freaking forced. That's the thing that makes me mad the most. Is like what pisses me off because it felt so forced. I feel like they had zero chemistry. They had no really reason to get together. They didn't care until the last 10 minutes. Okay. To be fair, Ashton Kutcher's character did like her for years and years, so he had some sort of
homie got
connection.
He smashed and then got friend zoned for 20 years.
Yeah, it's true.
He got mega friend
zoned. What fucking real world scenario? Shit fucking happened.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know.
You smash your guy best friend and then you only stay friends for the rest of your lives. After you smash.
It happens pretty often.
Pretty often?
Yeah.
Or they fuck and then they're like, let's just be best friends forever.
It's the best friends forever. Best friends forever. Ring. That's all I gotta say, to be honest with y'all. Literally, that's all I had to get off my chest. Because there's nothing else about it. This is worth talking about. It was
extremely boring. There's a shit ton of dialogue. And that's honestly a mark of the quality of movie. Because usually a lot of movies, they can give you visual storytelling. That's the whole point of watching a movie versus reading a book. There's nothing but dialogue here, and it felt like watching a book where nothing interesting was happening.
They told you everything. Even when she found his manuscript, she had to say, "Wow, what is this? Is this a book? Is this his manuscript?" Instead of just showing her face surprised or something.
Yeah, we're not fucking stupid ass 8-year-olds. Holy, you don't have to explain everything word for word to us. I hate when movies do that shit and they just assume their audience is dumb as bricks, which I guess is the audience they were appealing to if they wanted to have a top 10 movie of all time with this shit. It feels like the writers were just we're getting paid by the hour, and they just scribbled some shit on a paper and sent it off, and it got approved, and they're like, holy fuck, that worked.
Netflix really disrespects their audience. Y'all deserve better. Y'all need
and their actors, bro.
Y'all need to stop making these movies number one. Nah, those actors are getting paid, bro. They're getting paid.
They're getting paid, but at the same time, at least give it something worth their while. Don't just give them a paycheck and then give them fuck all to work with and make them look stupid, too.
I don't know, man.
Everyone involved looks stupid, honestly.
If I wasn't the best actor, Netflix offered me a role for $5 million. I'm taking that. I'm sorry.
I'm taking it too.
Well, I'm taking it too. But you have high quality actors that are coming in here, and they're just "What is this?" I guarantee you, they accepted it, saw the script, and then they were like, "Hey, man, what the fuck, bro?"
$20 million is $20 million, though. But yeah, that's all I got. What y'all?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, a little quick one right there. So that brings us to our ratings. Where do y'all stand on the ratings?
Can I guess?
What was the rating I gave the last rom-com?
Hold on, I want to guess, Edward.
A 1.
Would I give the other one?
A 1. You hated that one. I don't know why.
It was shit.
Bad.
You're gonna give this one. You're not gonna give it a 0. I bet you're gonna give it a 1.
No zeros. No zeros.
What about
Sorry.
Noah? What do you mean no zeros? We can't do zeros.
I think Noah's gonna give it a 4.
Nope.
All right, what is it?
0.
You really giving it a 0?
Yeah, I disagree.
Fuck this shit, bro.
Wow.
If you could find one pro, which we did, then it's not a 0.
Not a 0. I found 0 pros with it. I thought every bit of it was ass. Start to finish. I would never touch this thing in a million years ever again.
I give it a 1.5.
Wow. I don't want to say what I give it.
You're going to give it a 7, aren't you?
No.
He's saying not anymore.
Give it a 6.
Dude.
I enjoyed it. I liked it.
All right, Loverboy.
I'll be honest, I was on my phone most of it too, just because it's so easy to follow.
It was boring, dude. It was boring as fuck. Nothing happened for an hour.
It was a 2-hour movie.
How the fuck are you gonna like serve me up like a decently like fast paced movie in the first 20 minutes and then do nothing for an hour? Literally, absolutely fucking nothing. You can see them talk about bullshit. Like it was like a fucking Real Housewives episode, but one of the filler ones.
But anyways, that's our opinion on Your Place or Mine. Once again, once you like, comment, and subscribe, make sure you follow all our socials, links in the description. And including our merch, of course. And we will be back next week with a review of Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. So look forward to that. So say hi to your mom for us, and we'll see you later.